Hi, everyone. This is Tom Grisak on February 1st, 2023. Well, got some icy, sleet, snowy conditions, and looks like we've got at least another day of it. So I hope you're staying warm and hopefully trying to stay off the streets too. It's a little dangerous out there. So if you don't have to get out, don't get out. This is our weekly report. This one's an unusual report for a couple of reasons. First of all, I'm going to show you. A lot of people think we just do Collin County, Fairview, Lucas, Allen, McKinney, some in Dallas, whatever. But we've got homes that we've sold as far away as Tyler, and we've got two properties that are on Cedar Creek Lake, which is unusual for us to have one that far out, but we've got two. I'll show you those in just a second. Before I get into the report, I want to make sure that you're aware this is for the ladies only. We'll do something for the guys later, but this is our Galentine's Day celebration on February 9th, and I'm going to let Carrie explain what Carrie's our marketing coordinator, Carrie McClure. If you'll click on her video there, she'll explain what it's all about, but I think that's going to be a lot of fun for the ladies, so try to join that if you can. I think it'll be fun. New activity since last week. When I was looking at this report, I thought, there isn't much on this report. And usually we have quite a bit. Well, the reason is we have quite a few properties that are under contract right now, but they went under contract further back than a week. So those aren't showing up. And we also have 3 or 4 listings that are coming. I've been talking about for a while. We've already got the listing signed. These are called pocket listings, and we can't really advertise those unless someone calls us or we call someone. We can't broadcast those widely, like put them on our website or do anything like this with an email broadcast. So if you are looking for something and you don't see it on our site and you want to see things first, we do have quite a bit coming up. We're right now at 31.5 million closed and entitled. That's pretty outstanding. That I don't know where we were last year at this time, but couldn't be happier. I can't speak for other agents, but for us, we couldn't be busier. Not just with new listings, properties going under contract, and I'll show you here what I'm talking about in a second. 600 Oakmont Court closed on that 3 or 4 days ago. Wendy Splon and Aaron Hickman were both working on that transaction. Real pretty home, right off of, not in Oakwood, but right off of Oakwood Estates in Fairview. This home here at Twisting Springs Drive, we represented the buyers. I never actually saw this home on the MLS, so I can't tell you much about it, but Wendy represented them, did a great job as always, so I'm sure it's a nice job at a very fair price. This is I didn't know where Toole, Texas was, so I had to go to a map, and it's actually, as I said, right on Cedar Creek, and it's not far from another listing I'm going to show you in just a second. So what are the odds of us having 2 listings off Cedar Creek at the same time? Let's see, under contract. This actually went under contract this morning, I believe. This home is listed at 1.675. It's in Dallas, and Sarah Haskins has been working with these buyers for some time. They've looked at a lot of different areas, settled on this one, so I'm sure it's a very nice home. I'm going to go to the MLS later and look up the pictures on that side. 1613 Country Brook Lane, Heather Polar doing her great job, starting out as a great year as always. This is in Allen, but it's actually Lovejoy ISD, which is one of the few areas that you don't have to be on a big 1 or 2 acre lot. So you really can get a lot more for your money if you're in these subdivisions and you don't want the extra expense of taking on 1 or 2 acres of maintenance. 139 Tampico Lane at Trinidad. Trinidad is just south of Toole, so I learned 2 things this week. And this home, we've only had this out there for maybe a week or so, and it is under contract, went under contract today. It's pretty amazing. That shows the strength of the market. It's not just in close homes that are moving, it's homes that are further out. So we'll see what happens there. It's never a deal until everything's just closed and funded, but we're thrilled it went under contract so quickly. 3404 Paradise Valley, this is Heather's listing. This home, for some reason, I think this is at least twice it's gone under contract and fallen out just for weird reasons. And sometimes we have homes like that. We just don't know why, but hopefully this will be the time it closes. And then 1103 Sandy Creek Drive. This is nice. I love to see when one of our agents is representing the seller and one of them is representing the buyer. So we're doing proving our worth to our sellers. We're not just relying on other agents to sell our listings. Price drops, 1861 Hammerley. Love this home. It's got a very private backyard. It backs up to Fairview's largest greenbelt area, really pretty walking trail through the woods, and that actually ties into 3 separate subdivisions. So kids can ride, through 3 large subdivisions on bikes, and it's a pretty neat area. Plus, this also has a huge workshop, and they've just sold all of the equipment out of the workshop, but it's set up ready to go with the venting. Ducting is underneath the floors. Just a really nice property. If you can make use of that, you'll really appreciate that home. Coming soon. Again, we've got some that I can't talk about yet, but believe me, they're gorgeous homes. This home is in Star Creek, and it's Heather Polar, who's our Star Creek specialist. She has it listed. These homes typically turn pretty quickly in Star Creek, so we'll see what happens on this one. And then I believe Holiday Creek Way, that's in Trinity Falls up in McKinney, and Alice just got this listing, so I haven't even had a chance to market it yet, but I'm sure it's a very nice property. So again, if you want to see all of our listings, just click here on the banner. You'll see at the bottom, and you can see everything. One other thing I was going to tell you about is we had an interesting case come up last week. We'd heard that there have been some cases where unscrupulous people would put properties out there for sale, and they would indicate that they are the owners, and they're not the owners. So I don't know if it's actually happened to someone, but I know it's been tried. The buyer, we saw a lot that was really well priced, probably half of what it should have been priced at. We checked the MLS. I mean, as soon as a new property hits the MLS, all our agents see it. So we all knew it was a great deal. Sean Elliott jumped on it right away, had a buyer, submitted an offer, and the offer was, I don't remember if it was accepted or not, but we started getting funny vibes about it, and then we'd heard that this was starting to happen out there. So we checked further into it, and the title company that we use checked into it, and we found out that they really weren't the owners. It was somebody posing as the owners. So they were trying to get someone to actually buy the property, send a check, get it closed. How they would have done that, I don't know, because the title company is responsible for making sure the owner is who the checks are being made out to the owner, and the owner is the only ones receiving it. So it's just a warning. There are a lot of scammers out there. You'll see at the bottom of our emails, we have a warning that whenever a title company asks you to send something or do something, we'll never ask you to do that. It'll never come from us, say, please send X amount of money to the title company. Make sure you're dealing with the title company. Worst case, you can Google them and get their name, but that was going around 3 or 4 years ago, where it was a bogus title company, and they would tell people to send their funds to some address, and it wasn't the title company. So just be careful out there, and again, be careful on the streets. Looks like we've got another day or two of this. Hopefully not too long, and things will melt. But stay safe, stay warm, and hopefully this will clear out by the weekend. You can have a great weekend. Thank you very much.